God damn, it is beautiful up here this morning. Welcome back to another episode of TOGL. I gotta say, I love it up here, especially these early mornings. Absolutely gorgeous. Just want to give a quick shout out to my daughter, Jess. She redesigned the logo for me on the start of the show. So tidied it up, made it look a lot neater. Fantastic job. Thank you, Jackie. Looks amazing. So today I've got a big day ahead of me. Gonna get some more slashing done. Kay's gonna pop up for a visit, which would be really nice. Need to go and pick some more pepper berries as well, because I'm all out of the pepper berries. I know where there's a tree with a lot on there, so I'll go and get them done. And whatever else comes to mind. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode. As I mentioned on the last episode, the last video, I dragged this big log over. It's an old telegraph pole. That's actually the level I want to build the road up to. What I need to do now is I need to get this log, I need to roll it over just a little bit further, get it right on the edge of the roadway where I want it to be, and then in future episodes I'll get to work at getting more dirt down in there and getting the road level built up to the level of that log. It'll just mean that it won't be such a steep climb over the back, over that way. Okay, I was hoping I could use the cantilever and just roll that log. It's round, I mean it's heavy, but it's round, the ground's flat. It ain't budging, it's very heavy. So the next option I've got that I'd thought of as a backup plan is, I've got some winches, hand winches. So I'm going to set them up, tie them off the trees, and I'm just going to winch the sucker across. That'll work. I can't push it with the tractor because I can't get not parallel to it, but the other way. I can't get face onto it to push it over. I haven't got the space down there. And the backhoe, it'll swing left and right, but it's nowhere near strong enough with the hydraulics to push that across either. So I'll go get the hand winches, I'll rig up a pulley system to a tree, and I got no doubt we'll drag it across that way. Okay, let's go and have a look at this pulley setup. Before I do, that's where the pipes are. The 3 pipes that I put in. They're running straight through and popping out over on this side. You can just see them in there. Okay, so what I've done is get up over here. So I've got this chain wrapped around this big tree. Coming back here onto this hand winch pulley system, across, and to a ratchet, to a snatch strap there. So I'll see if I can drag it across. I don't have to drag it far. We'll see how we go. Well, that worked pretty well. I've now got the chain hooked up to that other big tree. You can see this one right here, the chain's wrapped around that, the pulley's just over in there, coming across over here to the post. I'll see if I can get that dragged across. This is the lighter end because this is the smaller end, so this one might be an issue. Another 10 minutes and I'll be all wrapped up and done. It's an effort for me to get down there and back again. And there's some parts of it, it doesn't matter how well I try to grade it out or how many stairs I put in, you'd still be looking at a couple of hundred stairs and some pretty steep gradients. So I'll just have to work out another area. There'll be somewhere where I'm going to be able to find flat enough ground to get down to the river. Even if it means actually tracking like where it all slopes down to the river like that, I've pretty much gone straight down like this. So what I might need to do is come around and then just track down along the side. So it's a gentle gradient and just come all the way down rather than go straight off the front. It'd be nice if I could actually work out a road down to the river at some point so that we could drive down there. That's all long-term stuff. That's not the important stuff. That's just recreational type stuff. Alright, so Kay and I are just going to pick some more pepper berries because my stock's run out, and we've got this one bush up here. It's absolutely loaded. Look at all these, just huge bunches of them everywhere. The whole bush is covered. So we're going to get to picking some of those. One of the best ones I've seen for how many berries are on it and the quality of them. A few leaves going as well. I just sort of strip it. Well, not a bad haul of pepper berries for all of 15 minutes work. That should keep me going for a while.
My God, you girls are pigs. Hamish! Come here, mate.
Hamish isn't so sure.
It's okay. It's okay. No. Don't you look at me like that. Look at him. Piss off. If you didn't take so long to get here, Hamish, I can't get him a carrot because these bitches... No.
Yeah.
No. No. stop being a bitch. Good girl. Good girl. You are a pig for carrots. Here, here, here. Good girl. Ginger. Quick, go and get it, go and get it. It's all gone.
Mm-hmm. And so the slashing of the campground commences. It's going to be slow going though. There's a lot of rocks in amongst all that grass that I need to keep an eye out for and remove as I go. I don't want to have another incident with the slasher blades and have to go and see if I can get them straightened out again up there with Glenn. I'd like to avoid that if I can. G'day. Well, we're back up at the block again today. This morning I got a fair bit of slashing done down on the area called the campground. A little bit of aerial footage of that. Didn't want to bore you with it. It's like watching paint dry or someone mow grass. Anyway, this afternoon the plan is I need to get a gate into the fence behind me. That gate will form a part of the roadway. I'll be able to get from the back of our property up through this gate into the cows paddock, then up along the cows paddock, and then that'll join into where the Crown Land Reserve is. Once I get the approval to put the road through that, that'll give us access all the way through. I won't have to keep coming in through the back area. So let me just show you what we've got here. So we had a big tree come down in the storm, or several trees came down in the winds we've had recently. So I just took two big logs out of one of those trees that came down. So the plan is I'll just jump over this fence here. Oh, without doing myself an injury. Okay, so that's my start point, is that post that's already in there. I'll run, there's a shadow out there. I will run this post between the two. So this one is what the gate will attach to. This one will run between this and between that. So then I've laid out the gate, get the distance of that. I've got the other one that the gate will pin on, and same deal. So the support one between the two. So what I need to do is I need to cut this fence in half right through the middle there where the gate is, and then get to work. I've got the tractor up here and I'll be able to use the post hole digger to put all these posts in. Morning. Well, we're back up here at the gate. I've just got a little bit more left that I need to do on that. I need to put a couple of wire stays in, just between where the posts are, just to pull them together, hold them a bit more sturdy, and rehook the wire fence back up, the electric fence, sorry, back up across the top. So just going to get stuck into them now, and that'll be the gate 100% complete. Morning. Another glorious day up here on the block. Just come up to check the water for the cows. Everything's looking good there. I just thought I'd show you one thing though. This is something I found surprising, and I wasn't quite sure what was causing it at first, but I think I figured it out. It's not a rare occurrence, it happens quite regularly, but check this out. We'll just follow this fence line. You just come along here, along the fence. And every now and then, I'm sure I saw one up here. You see up here, we've got these massive dung beetles. Big black ones. And they fly super fast. There's one, I can see it up the end there. Anyway, they mustn't have very good eyesight. And you'd have to think, what are the odds that a beetle flying through all this space would not only hit the barbed wire, but would actually impale itself on the spike. Check that out. That beetle was stupid enough to fly head on, and it's impaled itself on the barbed wire. That's just insane. And you can walk along and you can find, like, you know, every 40-50 meters you'll often find one. I don't know if I'll find another one up here now. We'll have a quick look, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. The beetles fly that fast. I mean, they've got a hard shell on them too, and not a lot of weight behind them. And they're obviously going that fast. They hit the barbed wire and impale themselves. Yeah, look, here's another one right here. So look, that silly bugger has impaled himself on the barbed wire. Anyway, I just found that quite interesting. So yeah, There's the cows down there. In the first day or so when I was clearing this track, I came across a European wasp nest. It's actually one of two I've found along that 680 meters of track. Concern with that is if I can draw one line through the bush and hit two hornet's nests, two European wasp nests, how many are on this block? Probably a lot. So I need to try and get them under control. So I did a bit of research, and there's ways to catch them, but there's also other ways to get them to take the poison back to the nest and kill the whole nest. That's what I'm interested in doing. One of those ways was to mix some apple juice with some borax and then set that out. Now, we know that European wasps are carnivores, but they also like sweet things. You've probably heard that sometimes, you know, if there's a lot around, you need to be careful they don't go into your drink, into your can of soft drink or something, because they do like that sweet stuff. So what I've done is I've got a couple of beer bottles, put a little bit of apple juice in the bottom, and some borax. I'm going to lay that on its side right near the entrance to this hornet's nest, this European wasp nest, and hopefully they'll take that back down into the nest and kill the nest. And we'll come back in a couple of days and we'll see how well that's worked. So I'll just show you the nest now. So the nest is at the base of that mossy rock, and as the sun drops a little bit more, it'll come through a break in the trees, and that'll actually light up beautifully. That's how I first noticed it. It illuminated that rock and I could see the wasps flying in and out. I'll go in a little bit closer, but obviously I don't want to get too close. Well, I was just finished clearing the logs coming down to the track, down to the river. Came down, had a quick rinse off, just my head because it's bloody cold, and then I spotted one of the big river crayfish. Check this out. Now he is bigger than any freshwater crayfish you'd see on the mainland. Well, maybe the marron over in WA, but this is only a little one too. They get a lot bigger than this. They get to a couple of kilos. He's just gone into freeze mode. Now you're not allowed to touch him. You just got to let him be. So to see one out like this crawling around, I think is very special. Just to give you a size comparison, that's my iPhone that I just put down there beside him, which is about to slide into the water if I'm not careful. What a beautiful, beautiful creature. Hides in there perfectly. For all those people with a phobia of spiders, check this guy out. Well, that was pretty special to see him there, especially out of the water. I have seen one or two deep in the water. They'd be 3 foot, 4 foot underwater, and you can tell that they're big, but it's not like I'm going to go in and try and get them, and it makes it very hard to film them. But to see that one there out of the water, my bag with the GoPro was actually about 100 meters up the track when I spotted him. So I ran all the way back up the track to get the GoPro, hoped he'd still be there, and he was. They moved pretty slowly, but yeah, very special to see that. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up another episode. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I appreciate those of you who have subscribed. So take care, have a great weekend. I'll see you with another episode next week. Ciao.